Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Melanie.
I'm Nicole.
And we're with the GCU Society of Women Engineers, and today we're going to be doing a fun at-home chemistry activity.
The materials you will need to complete this project at home is first some hot water. You will need some borax, a glass jar, some wooden skewers or wooden pencil, various pipe cleaners, and then a tablespoon to measure out the borax.
So one of the cool things about this crystal activity is that it's all your own type of thing. You could do your name, you could make different little shapes like this, and it's anything up to you. One of the things that Nicole had mentioned about the food coloring is if you aren't able to get colored pipe cleaners, you can get white ones and add food coloring to the mixture so that it dyes the pipe cleaner itself. So now, after you've gotten your shape, or if you have a name, whatever it is that you've built, you want to make sure that you either use string, or since we don't have string, we're using more pipe cleaners, and you just kind of want to wrap it around so that when you put it into the jar, it's not touching any of the bottom or the edges. You want it kind of suspended. And so, since I did a heart, I'm kind of just attaching it a little bit at the cross area so that it'll hang like this inside. And what you can do, so you can use a pencil, a wooden skewer, but you're going to want to wrap it around or attach it to the heart or your own shape. Alright, so once you've got your supervised adult around, you're going to take your jar, and you may want to make sure that it's heat resistant because it is going to be boiling hot water. So for our specific jars, it holds about 2 cups of water, and so the ratio is 1 cup of water to 4 tablespoons of borax. So for our system, we're using a little hot water kettle instead of an actual microwave or something else, and you're just gonna fill it up to the top. And so using your tablespoon measuring, I'm going to start. One. And so I'm going to quickly, while the water is still hot, you want to mix, 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 mix. Be careful, do not touch the glass because it is going to get hot. And as time goes, it's going to slowly start to melt away. So it might take a little bit of time. We've been sitting here for the past 5 to 8 minutes already just stirring, and you know that it's enough when it gets this kind of cloudy color. And so the next step would be is that I already have my little heart on its little pedestal type of thing, and I'm going to slowly put it into the water, making sure that the edges, once it's set in the glass, that it doesn't touch. And you want to make sure that it's as fully submerged as possible. And that's it. It's okay if there is some borax still at the bottom, that's totally okay. Because what will happen is the crystals will start to form and it'll slowly start to dissolve.
So now that we have the shape inside of the solution, you'll want to let it sit in here for about 4 to 8 hours depending on the shape that you made. So since mine is going to be more of like the rock crystal shape, it'll want to sit for about 8 hours. If you did your name or like your initials or like a smaller shape like this star, or if Melanie did our heart, it'll only have to sit for about 4 hours. And then a quick little side note, if the longer that the crystal will sit in the solution, the bigger that they will be. And if you let it sit for a little bit less time, then the crystals will be a little bit smaller.
So we're actually gonna leave ours overnight, so all you have to do is just let it sit in a safe place, make sure it doesn't get knocked over, and we'll see you guys in a few seconds. All right, welcome back everybody. It's officially been 24 hours, and so these are how the crystals turned out. And so one of the things we ended up doing later on, not on camera, is that we made a couple other solutions using this and this design, and we added less borax to see what would happen. Additionally, this one was also made using the same solution as this in a shorter amount of period of time. So one of the things that you could test out is changing the concentration of the borax, the water ratios, and for how long that you leave it in the solution for.